Hi, Alan Donald here with Keller Williams. This week I was talking to clients of mine who have a very nice home, but their family has grown. They would like to have a little bit more room and a bigger yard. But they're paralyzed because they don't know what to do in this market of such short supply. That gave me the idea of talking about risks and opportunities in the current real estate market, depending on your situation, whether you're a first-time home buyer, a move up or downsizer, or an investor. Hang in there. So let's say that you're a first-time home buyer, you're renting or perhaps living at home and decide to buy a home. What are your risks and opportunities? The first risk you're going to come across is home prices. Median home price appreciated by more than 14% in the Charleston area last year. That means that the longer you wait, the more likely you are to have to pay more for the same house. That's the first risk you run into. Finding and getting a home in this low inventory market has become a high risk for first-time home buyers. That leads to high competition and frustration and disappointment, which means you might have to write 3, 4, 5, 6 offers before you get one on the contract. And there's a slight chance that you might have to overpay a little bit for it. As a matter of fact, in many lower price homes, we're seeing appraisal contingencies where if buyers can put in a little bit more money, they're willing to pay a slight amount above the appraised price to be able to get the home. Remember, if your time horizon is long enough, real estate will appreciate, and the price you pay today might feel cheap in a year's time. Other risks that they run is if they don't act, if they don't purchase, rental rates are escalating at a higher rate than home prices. So if you don't do anything and just keep renting, your rent will go up substantially. Now, what are the opportunities? We have a historical low interest rate. Right now you can get a 30-year fixed mortgage for around 3%, which is historically low, which means that you can lock in that payment and control your expenses for the next 30 years. Of course, there's a little variation with taxes and insurance, but those are minor components of the monthly housing payment. There's all the opportunity for long-term wealth creation. It is well documented that renters have a lower net worth than homeowners because being a homeowner, it forces you to save. Your equity is increasing every month, and again, home prices are appreciating, so it's a great asset to have. And also there are tax benefits. It's an opportunity that renters don't have. All the interest that you pay for your mortgage is tax deductible when it's your primary residence. So those are the risks and opportunities for first-time home buyers. It is very important as a first-time home buyer that you get well advised by an experienced realtor. So now let's look at risks and opportunities from the point of view of homeowners who either want to move up to a more expensive home or move down to a less expensive home. There are financial and logistical risks with both moves. And the key question is, should I sell mine first and then buy? Or should I buy first my next home and then sell my old home? And depending on the particular situation, depending on their financial situation and personal situation, that answer can go both ways. So if you consider financial risk, selling first is the least financial risk. You know exactly what you're getting, you know how much you have to put on for your next home. But there is additional logistical risk. What if I can't find the house to go to? Do I have to rent for 6 months, a year, 2 years? What if prices keep appreciating and I'm suddenly left out of the market? I cannot get back in. So that's another perceived risk. If you buy first and then sell your home, there's the risk that by the time you prepare your home for sale, you move, you put it under contract and you close, you might have to pay 1 or 2 months of double payment. That's a financial risk. But there is very few logistical risk because you already know where you're going. You can move your belongings before you put your house on the market or as you put your house on the market and try to do it that way. You can also try to do it back to back. However, back to back closings normally present a lot of risk in terms of uncertainties, because anything can happen on either side. It can derail the whole deal. There's also the risk of increasing price gap. If you're upsizing and you wait and you don't buy now, prices are going up. So a home that is priced higher will appreciate more than a house that is priced lower. So if you're upsizing, the price gap in an appreciated market is increasing every day. If you're downsizing, you don't have that risk because your house will be worth more proportionally than the house you're going to buy. So that's not a risk for downsizers. Now, the opportunities that you have for mover-uppers or downsizers is to unlock the equity in your current home at top market prices. Right now, houses are selling for record prices, and you will get the best equity right now if you sell it. Now, you also, as a seller, you get to be on the driver's seat. Buyers don't ask for as many repairs or concessions because they just want to get your home. They're not as picky. And also, if you're going to buy and if you're going to borrow money, rates are at historically low interest rates, so you can lock your next mortgage at a very, very convenient rate. Let's look at it from the point of view of an investor. An investor has other risks and opportunities in this market. The risk that investor has is they are paying higher prices, so you have lower return on investment on your investments. There are fewer opportunities. There's just not enough around. There's no supply. There's high competition. Those houses that come on the market, you're going to be competing against owner-occupiers. And there's the uncertainty of the capital gains tax, whether they change that long-term or not. What are the opportunities? We have historically low interest rate. So if you lock at an investment loan at these rates, you have very good cash flow to start with. Rising rental rates, like we talked in the first-time home buyers, rents are rising faster than the home median price appreciation. And you have the opportunity to do 1031 like-kind exchanges to defer capital gains tax on any investments you have and pay cash for your next investments. And what are the conclusions from all this? First of all, that each situation presents risks and opportunities. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, a mover-upper, a downsizer, or an investor, there are different risks and different opportunities with each situation. Your time horizon matters, whether you're thinking short-term, 1 or 2 years, or long-term, 8, 10, 15 years, does matter. It varies your risks and it varies your opportunities. Real estate markets are cyclical. They come up and they come down, just like the stock market. However, we don't know when it will start going down, how much will it go down, and for how long. That's impossible to predict. So make a decision based on the current market that is good for you and your family. Hopefully think long term. Having accurate information and being advised by an expert does matter because it minimizes your risks and maximizes the opportunities. Give us a call. We'll be happy to talk to you. Our phone number is 843-900-0155. Thank you very much, and until the next one.